right. Nice to see everyone joining this morning. Welcome to our Mind the Moment's Tuesday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and absolutely delighted to be back here again with Rebecca Wing, licensed clinical therapist and instructor with Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Suzanne. It's so good to be with everybody this morning.
So great to have you here this morning and to be together. And at least in my neck of the woods, the sun is out, so I'm really celebrating that. So hopefully you'll see a little bit of that in your area at some point today.
Being in Maine, we're waiting for it. I'm sure it's on its way up the coast here in Saco, Maine, where we are.
It still looks bright in your space, so I can't say
lots of lights on.
Yeah. Well, we'll send it up your way.
Thank you. Good.
So I want to welcome everyone that's regularly here with us this morning and most mornings, and also a special welcome to anybody that's new to our community. And so to describe to you how things work, we'll start the day off with a question for the group. Rebecca will share some thoughts with us, and then she'll go right into approximately a 12-minute meditation practice. And that will be a mixture of both guidance as well as some silent time to get everyone accustomed to different modalities of meditation. So if you go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and open up your chat, and once you do that, you can go and click the blue drop-down menu that says hosts and panelists and change that to everyone. And that will allow you to see the comments as people share them. So as we begin this morning, Rebecca, what question do you want to start us with?
Yes, we have a question this morning that is this. What parts of this life that you're living bring you into a state of appreciation and joy? So what parts of this life bring you into a state of appreciation and joy? One of the reasons I asked this question is because here on the East Coast, of course, we're having a tremendous amount of rain, and it's good to recognize how easy it is for the human brain to sort of grumble and identify things that we're not satisfied with, and how in mindfulness we talk so much about opening up to the simplest pleasures and appreciating them and cultivating these states of joy in the very simplest way. And so when you think about it in your own life, you know, what is it that sometimes very simple things that bring that state of appreciation and joy? Yes, and Brenda, exactly. Spending time with family and friends and my dog, right? It's those simple things. They don't have to be very complicated. As a matter of fact, most of the time, the simpler the appreciation and the more sort of visceral the sense of enjoyment is, because it doesn't have a large energy to it. It's much more subtle. Yeah.
Yeah. When my flowers bloom. Yeah, I have to say my two girls are just a sense of just a real opportunity for joy.
Yeah. I like that one, Karen. 10 minutes just to knit each day. Yes. And I think that's the other aspect of appreciative joy, is recognizing that sometimes it's those stolen moments where we're doing something very, very much alone and very intimate, and sort of this quality of resting in the moment. Such a beautiful thing to be able to really experience during the day. Yes. Giving some more time to, beautiful ones coming up.
Talking with my husband's girls, parents, my business, going to the neighborhood pool, enjoying the sun and water.
Yeah.
Joy of my dog. Yeah.
You know, so much of the things that we're really recognizing is that in the neuroscience of mindfulness, we talk so much about what we pay attention to expands. And that the more we attend to these small appreciative moments, it really does help the brain get better at seeing it more often. Whereas if we are sort of rehearsing states of dissatisfaction or grasping, then our brain gets much more skilled at actually seeing that first. So I don't like this, I don't want that, becomes a bit of a habit. And so we're training our mind in the aspect of mindfulness, of getting better and better at, the simplest things as being a moment of resting and enjoying. So, your cup of tea, warmth in your hands, whatever. And that translates directly to meditation. How and in what way we can settle into ourselves when we're meditating and really find a way to sit with that sense of appreciation. Even in the midst of thoughts coming and going, there's this sort of ground of appreciation that is the foundation of the practice itself. How fortunate I am to be able to take this time to settle into myself and to feel my precious body breathing and really get to that connection of appreciation and even enjoying a meditation. Oftentimes I have students that I teach meditation to say that it doesn't feel like it's something they enjoy. It feels like a chore, or it feels like kind of difficult. And so again, it's that transforming your attention. Let's see if I can relate to my meditation practice with appreciation and a sense of enjoyment. So helpful. So maybe we can start with our practice in that vein of really establishing a relationship with meditation. That might be something that we can really open to with gratitude and appreciation. Such a beautiful way to give ourselves a break and start the day with some awareness. So why don't we settle in and do our practice, and I'll guide us a little bit into it. Keep reminding yourself when you're sitting that the breath is the anchor. You can also create more of the body itself, its totality of sensation as the anchor as well. So as we sit, you're going to find a way to allow the spine to elongate, sort of lifting upward in your posture. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor if you're sitting in a chair. It can be helpful to encourage the ears to float over the shoulders so that they're aligned. And just a soft little dip of the chin. And that helps the back of the neck be long, receptive. And then just take a moment to feel the body as it sits in the chair. Explore the sensation of the base of the body connected to the surface of the chair. And feeling the hands as they rest. And then dropping into the body, establishing a relationship with the sensations in the torso this morning. So I might feel warmth. I may feel the pulsing of my heart. There may be areas of fatigue or tightness, achiness or calm. And so I bring this open, spacious awareness to the sensations in my body in this moment. Gentle awareness. And then engage the breath with your awareness. This soft rising, falling, rising, falling. We take refuge in the inner experience of body and breath, dropping into a state of appreciation for the wonder in this moment as we sit and breathe. We can even experience appreciation of coming and going thoughts. The moment I'm aware of the drift, I can celebrate my awareness, appreciative of my ability to be mindful and aware when I drift away. And then I rest back down into body and breath once again. As we continue to sit, we can open to the wonder of the practice, a sense of appreciation that we have this opportunity to really drop into awareness, to rest the mind in breath. How fortunate to be able to practice this skill of centered, curious, and calm awareness. Allow yourself to notice the posture. See if you can realign if there's been a falling forward. And sense that graceful lifting upwards. As you notice the breath, extend the awareness to the torso more fully, embodying the body with your attention. We may notice in this moment a little change in the body. Acknowledging and recognizing this precious body, the life that lives within us as we breathe. So as we end the practice, draw that deeper breath in. It's always helpful to take a little stretch as we end the practice. And that last minute and a half just completely, like, sometimes when I sit, if I had any sense of awareness of time, it goes completely away when you meditate, doesn't it?
It does, hence why we do it, right?
So that particular kind of practice, it's just a good thing to recognize that the simpleness of resting in appreciation of your own body and breath when you meditate, it's just a lovely way to narrow the focus into the very thing that we're carrying around all day, which is our breath and body. And I wanted to just add this other piece about this appreciative joy. The smaller and the more refined your appreciation for things become. In other words, something as simple as a fly landing on the table in front of you, the wonder, right? There's this quality over time that all the teachers in the Buddhist tradition talk about, of the sense of immersion in life, and all that's around us is being sort of in a state of wonder of all these things. And what happens over time through these tremendous teachings that we hear from these teachers is that we're drawn less to more coarser enjoyments, if that makes any sense. So there's less of a need to be grasping at, wanting or finding or seeking some kind of balm for our boredom or our dissatisfaction. And instead, in any given moment, there's always something around me that I'm attending to with that deeper appreciation. So I'll give you an example. I've never really had a bedspread before in my bed, and I've had kind of random blankets. And I get to the point a couple of weeks ago, I realized, it's summer and I don't need all these blankets, but yet maybe it would be time to get an actual bedspread. So I found this beautiful cotton bedspread. It has ginkgo leaves embroidered on it. It's just gorgeous. And it's a simple thing. It wasn't very expensive, but I just decided I was going to get it. And so I got it. And as I was putting it on my bed for the first time, I stopped and noticed that I was smiling, like a big smile. And I could feel within my body this deep state of appreciation for the simplest thing, this beautiful bedspread. And that's sort of an example of that quality of the smallest things, the tiniest things in your environment can really open the heart to appreciative joy.
Yeah, no, that really is so true.
Yeah.
And it's, like you said, it's inclining the mind in that direction.
Yeah.
As we continue to notice these things and bring our attention to them, we'll not go to the things that maybe tend to annoy us or tend to be a negative force in our lives.
Yes.
We'll learn our mind, the neuroplasticity of our brain will allow us to think, okay, I see that negative thing, but what about this?
Retraining the mind. And so this rainy summer that we've had so far up here in Maine, every time someone comes into my studio, a student or a client, and starts complaining, I've just decided to say, but look at how lush and green it is. I mean, it's like we're living in a rainforest. It's incredible. Everything is just, the trees have grown a foot in the last month and a half because of all this rain. And how wonderful, what a wonder that we can experience this. And I think this is that practice, because oftentimes when we're in social situations, the first thing that comes up is the grousing session. And it's almost like an agreement that we're going to sit and grouse for a while about whatever it is, the weather, whatever it is, our health, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And so that quality of saying, well, yes, we can talk about the weather, but maybe there's another way to talk about it, right? That quality of appreciation. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really, I mean, what everybody's brought up in the chat this morning has been really, an amazing reminder of how we can do this. And a number of people have commented on Eric's post here that when his adolescent children, it seems that they're demonstrating that what he has tried to teach them has actually gotten through. Just the subtle things that we can notice.
And how easy it would be as a parent to not see that, and that always be looking for when the child has fallen short or has made a mistake, and that's the beauty of parenting, of course, is that when we acknowledge that we see a child doing that, and on top of them actually doing it on their own, it's just a continual, reinforcing of all of our minds and our bodies of really attending to and acknowledging, nice job, buddy. You did a really good job. I really appreciate how much effort you put into that, or whatever it was that the child did. And that is the opposite of, as parents, we kind of get entrenched sometimes in complaining or telling our child they're missing the mark. And so we do that. We can continue to bring appreciative joy to all of our relationships, our partners, our family members, our children. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what a wonderful practice this morning, and a great way to start our day. So thank you so much for being with us, Rebecca, this morning.
My pleasure.
And thank you to everyone for joining, as always, and for chiming in your thoughts and areas of appreciation. We're really glad to see you this morning, and we'll be back tomorrow morning and Thursday. So thank you again for everyone being here, and we will see you soon.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Bye-bye.
Bye.